You're listening to the June 22nd, 2018 reading of Blossom Goodchild's channeling with the Federation of Light.
On reading this channeling for the first time after bringing it through, I could not help but feel or know I have had this kind of conversation with them before, and yet, when channeling it, I did not remember I had. So there must be a reason why much of it has come through again. Maybe I haven't been through this before with them in this way. Checking it out, I couldn't find a similar one. Maybe I'm ready for the nut house. Here we are again. There are many questions people ask that for me are just too off the scale to comprehend. My mind doesn't creep into places, spaces that some others seem to do. I seem to accept much simply as is. Yet I can see the frustration for those who have these very inquisitive minds, and yet I feel it's just not for us to go there. So apologies to those who were hoping I would. However, one thing that is, has been, will be on everybody's mind is the topic of the event. Some renowned channelers never mention it. Some speak of it happening this year. Some say it won't be taking place for many, many years. No wonder everyone's so confused and disappointed. Can you see this from our perspective? It can be very disheartening to read such varied and diverse information from those sources that people trust, including yourselves, with all respect. Okay, so, straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak, what, when, how, why is this event all about? Can we not get it straight once and for all and then leave it be until such a time when we really need to know it is actually going to take place? Thank you.
Welcome to you, dearest Blossom, and to those souls who know us to be of truth and love light. All that we have entrusted to you via words in these communications have been to the best of our ability and knowing. One must, as they are evolving into a lighter degree of themselves, understand that there is much that simply cannot be conveyed due to knowledge of what is to be, not being ready to divulge.
Why not?
Because there are certain courses of events that need to take place before the next course of events can even be put into place. Although the divine plan is in hand, due to free will and alignment of planetary concourse, there is much that determines different outcomes, much of which can be unexpected, and therefore one has to reroute in order to get all things back onto the correct trajectory, in order for things to continue as they are planned. Therefore, we cannot give away too much. This is not the only reason. If we were to say too much as to the when and wherefores, there are those of your density that would immediately put counteractions into place, trying their utmost to prevent such heavenly encounters from taking place. Therefore, regarding this particular issue, much must be kept under wraps.
Yet this does not really answer as to why there is so much conflict between the information that is brought forth. Yes, I am aware of deliberate false info, yet as I say, many stable messengers have different information coming through. So many are so tired and have just had enough.
We are aware of this, and yet we know each one will continue on in their light, mind, and body. Everything is changing at rapid speed now. May we divert the subject for a moment to say that we are also aware of many souls that are experiencing offbeat regulation within their heart energy. Some are feeling it directly aimed at, through the heart, and some experiencing dysfunction around the said area. We are not saying to ignore this, for it is real and alarming to many. Yet we are saying, in ways of comfort, that many experiencing such are coming through the other side without further concern. This is in conjunction with the higher energetic vibration that is merging with your planet and yourself. As your body is adjusting to these higher energies, one will naturally experience irregular happenings due to the upgrade of organs within the body. The heart, of course, being a major vitality, and therefore its changes as it moves its frequencies into a higher position will affect some more than others in its doing so. This is also happening with much within the physicality, and we seek to reassure you that these occurrences are only temporary. Yet, we reiterate that we are not of your medical profession, and of course, if one is of deep concern, then a visit to your worldly practitioners in this field will perhaps put the mind at rest. Should it be that matters of the heart need to be adjusted physically by such practitioners, then this would be because the vibration change, for some, exerted movement a little too high for that which it was ready for. Yet, know all this will gradually settle down. Extreme tiredness is falling upon many. For lifetimes one has prepared for that which is coming. For eons have souls of light fought their way through the darkness and come through valiantly. The soul is weary, and coupled with distractions that are emanating from chemtrails all around and within so much that one is in daily contact with, the need for something to reassure and give encouragement to continue is very much at the forefront of the minds of so many.
Yes, indeed. One can sometimes wonder if the event is just a carrot to keep us going. Yet it can have the opposite effect when, once again, as we predicted it would, talk and expectation of the event taking place die down and one is left feeling deflated and forlorn. So, back to the original question, how can there be, why is there so much difference regarding our future days? I feel you'll say something re-timelines and parallel universes, etc. Am I right or am I right?
You are wrong.
Laugh out loud.
For we would prefer to give an original analogy.
Oh, please do.
Dearest souls, the reason behind these differential outcomes of your future days is because perspectives of that which lie ahead can alter within possibilities. And there are endless possibilities. So, it may be that one giver of information feels a greater lean toward a particular outcome, and another feels a slant toward another kind of outcome.
Yet you speak of the event taking place at some point, and that is a huge happening, whenever that may be. And that differs greatly too. Surely, if that is to be so, how can it be that another messenger doesn't even mention it, as if it simply is not on the cards? It makes one wonder what is the truth, and when it will take place, and why we should carry on believing in such a thing.
Blossom, do you personally believe the event will take place?
Ha, you got me there. My truth is, I want so much to believe it, to know it. I can imagine it, although I can't seem to grasp what takes place after it. And then there are times when I question as to whether or not it will take place at all. It has been said these changes will take place in our lifetime. Well, some of the folk reading your words are in their late 80s. They are not feeling it, and yet have waited for 60 years or more. Very disheartening for them.
So, we ask you again, do you personally believe the event will take place?
The only answer I can give you is, I'd like to. For a start, you have said it will, and I am your messenger, so little point in me not trusting you.
Yet you have the right to your own thoughts. As White Cloud, along with ourselves, has always stated, if we say something that does not resonate as your truth, then discard it. For it is your truth that is truth to, for you.
Thing is, I'm not saying it is or isn't my truth. I'm saying I don't know.
Let us say to you now, in our truth, we can only bring through, offer to you, that which is our truth. We do not have the right nor the distinction to comment on another's opinions and thoughts regarding this matter. We offer you our truth. And in the nicest way, we say, take it or leave it. This is our point, Blossom. We offer you that which we are aware of. One does not have to abide by it. There is no naughty corner if what we say does not resonate for any individual. Each soul walks their own path. Each soul is walking home, taking different journeys to get them there, through choices made. There is not just the one pathway, for as many souls that travel, there are as many paths. In our truth, knowledge, and understanding, the event will take place.
Thank you for this. Yet, as I've said many times before, some agree with me, some don't. It would be so uplifting and encouraging to have a little lead up to it, like now. No notice necessary, just do something. Yes, I know that by saying this, emails will flood in explaining that we are not here to be rescued. We are here to do it ourselves. This I know. Yet did we know when we arrived to accomplish this transformation just how difficult it was going to get? Seriously, were we all aware of how low the dimmest lights would stoop? We couldn't know, for life is ever expanding in its diversity. And maybe, just maybe, a booster from you guys would counteract a few supposed boosters that are being injected into our systems. I sound like I'm ranting. I'm truly doing fine, and yet there are so many that simply are not, and would welcome a warm-up act to get us motivated and recharged in order to see this thing through.
A long while ago, Blossom, you asked us to hold counsel to see if this would be possible.
Did I get an answer?
We said we would do so.
And did you?
We did.
I forget the outcome.
After lengthy discussions, we felt it wise to give display throughout the years on a smaller scale than you were expecting, seeking, for reasons of safety to those upon your planet. For we assume many awakened souls are aware that should such a thing occur, even as a warm-up act, on a bigger scale than we are presenting now, it could cause much turmoil and disruption.
I don't follow politics, as you know. Yet isn't that exactly what's happening on the political front anyway? Much turmoil and disruption. Why not throw an enormous light ship into the mix and see where we all end up? It's time, guys, is it not? Is it not time just to go for it? Many say we as a whole are not ready. Well, why not just do it and find out? We're picking up the pieces of this mess all the time. If we were to experience a ship of light for all to see, we could continue to pick up the pieces, yet with renewed hope in our hearts and the desire to serve in ways of helping others to understand, as so many of us are, waiting round twiddling thumbs to do so. My, best step down off my little soapbox.
blessed souls upon the earth plane. We are always keen to have such conversations, for they enlighten us also as to your earthly dilemmas. We are not from this side of the experience, and therefore heartfelt offerings from you are always welcome to assist us in understanding the situation from your perspective.
Goodness, don't get me started.
Due to energy, we feel it is time for us to take our leave for this communication. We very much take to heart that which you have spoken on behalf of many, Blossom. It is neither ignored nor dismissed, yet taken deeply into account regarding ongoing procedures.
Well, thank you for acknowledging that. Okay, chaps, must get on, living life to the best of my ability and keeping on, because that's what will get us to wherever it is we are going. Much love and much gratitude for this conversation and for considering me worthy and indeed honourable enough for this to take place.
A pleasure to serve in the interest of the highest good of all that is.